Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Gaming on Caffeine live stream. We're back playing some more Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode. Flippin' heck. It's been a couple of days. Maybe a couple of tens of days? I was going to say hundreds, but I think that's maybe an over-exaggeration. I think it's been like 3 months since we last played some Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode, which is way too long. And I thought, well, you know what, we'll just come back. We'll just bring it back. It has been one of the most requested series and streams that I bring back and do some more of. So many people, so many comments, emails, tweets. It's been ridiculous, and so I figured it's about time that we come back and we play some more Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode. Now, no promises that we're going to finish it, because it's still an extremely long pack, and we've still kind of hardly scratched the surface of what there is to do in this pack. If we look at our quest book, we've done 63 quests in total, and there are 526 quests to do. Some of the ones at the end get pretty crazy, and so no promises there, but we're back, we're going to play some more, and we're going to see how it goes. Alright, so I figured the first thing that we should do in today's stream is probably go over some of the stuff that is in the base. Basically go over everything that's in the base, because it's been a while. Some people who are watching might not have seen any of the previous stuff. If you have seen the previous stuff, it's been probably about 3 months since you last watched it. And so you might be a bit out of the loop, and not even that, like, I'm out of the loop. You know, it's been, I think, like a month since I've played modern Minecraft, not including the stuff that I do with Nick, but let's face it, the stuff that I do with Nick's a bit less intense than Kappa mode. So, starting at the back here, we've got our mob spawner, we've got all of our filtration system that takes all of the mob drops, and then either puts them into one of these basic caches or sends it right around into the trash can. We've also got this setup over here, which is not really fully functional, I don't think, right now. This is our loot bag compression system, right? So all the loot bags come to here, they get turned into legendary loot bags, and then they get put into here. Right now, we've got 283 legendary loot bags, which is great. Then we put the loot bags in the autonomous activator. They then get opened into the iron chest. Once in the iron chest, they either go up into here. If it's good loot, it gets transferred up and into this chest. Things like the icosahedrons and the chance cubes, which we will open at some point in today's episode, go up into the top chest. That's because we need to keep these. These two are mostly for crafting, but everything else is just here because it's fairly decent. And then everything that's garbage goes over into the loot bag recycler, gets turned into loot bags. The loot bags then get sent around over and into the compactor and get made back into more loot bags. So it's basically a way of us keeping the good stuff and getting rid of all the garbage that we get out of all of our loot bags. So that's that. We've always got our lasers over here so we can make stuff in the assembly table. We've got our QED over on the other side with all of the Ender Flux crystals. We do need to make a couple more of these. I think there is a quest in here somewhere that we have yet to complete. I think it's in the beta on the Gamma quest line. Yeah, we still need to make 32 of those Ender Flux crystals. And so we will do we will do that at some point in the near future. We've got both water wheels powering our base, as well as some Ender IO machines over here. Thermal expansion machines over on the right. Pretty much a full lineup. Magma crucible, fluid transposer, igneous extruder, psychogenic insulator, glacial precipitator, induction smelter, and pulverizer. Notably missing the redstone furnace, but I think that's downstairs. One thing that I have changed since the end of the last stream, and believe it or not, I actually did this like right after the last stream. The last stream happened, and at the end of the last stream, I said, I'm going to move all of my Britannia stuff. And I did it. I moved all the Britannia stuff, which before was kind of crowded up over here in this kind of like far right corner of the base. And so between streams, I moved it over to its own like new island over here, where we used to have, actually I can't remember what we used to have over here, but we did the tree farming, didn't we? We had like a whole tree farming thing, but now we set up our farming station, and so we don't need it. So I moved all the Britannia stuff. We've got our mana pool, Terra Steel Creator, Endo Flames with the dropper that's timed to drop oak onto this every so often to make sure they keep going and keep producing mana. Elven Portal, which is not running right now, but we can get going at some point in the future. Complete mess over there and up there, which I still haven't gotten rid of, and also half of a tree, which is still flipping heck. It's been a while. Half of a tree's up there in the middle of nowhere. Bed. What have we got here? We've got some crop seeds with the industrial hemp seeds in them. Tinker's Construct stuff, which we should probably do some more of at some point in the near future. We've got a Tinker's Construct smeltery, our logistics pipe system with our ender chests. What have we got back here? We have got a cache. We did have a chunk loader down. I had a chunk loader right here, and so everything in the base has been running since we left, since like 3 months ago. And so when I came on, it was so so laggy. It was so incredibly laggy. If we come down here, we've got this processing system, right? And like right now it's working overtime because this chest is just full of dust and things to be smelted and pulverized and then sent over. And over here we have an issue to where every time I relog, these pipes connect to these pipes, and that's not what we want, because these pipes are being used to filter out all of the non-ore stuff, all of the non-ingot stuff up to here. So everything that's not an ingot, you'll notice that there are things like iron ore dust in here. They shouldn't be. All of this stuff should be in here, or I've used this chest as kind of like a way of me getting rid of it, but it should all be in the pulverizer and then in the redstone furnace. Thank you very much to Darrenese_V who cheered for 10 bits. Thank you very much for the support, man. It means a heck of a lot. But no, so it's all been going into here, and so all of these dusts, which should have been pulverized and then smelted and then sent around and into our storage system, instead just got sent to the storage system. And so the chests were all full of stuff like this, which they shouldn't be full of, and then everything was just spewing everywhere, and it was just horribly laggy, and it was not great. So I spent a bit of time before the stream kind of breaking these. You can just stop the connection, but I got rid of them because I did log off. I didn't want them to reconnect while I was gone. And I also went through and moved a few of the things. You can see I've emptied out a couple of these chests. Some stuff still managed to make its way back into the system, but I emptied out a few of these chests. I also upgraded a few more of these. Most notably, gold now has a full range of storage upgrades in it, as well as I think redstone. Yeah, I put more upgrades in this as well, because both of those things were full, and we had just gold and redstone galore over here in our diamond chest. They were spewing out everywhere. It was a little bit ridiculous, and so I sorted that out. There is a lot of stuff coming through here. Hopefully we have enough storage space to keep it all stored. I'm not quite sure. We've got our nether portal over here with the sexy blocks, which is the most beautiful part of the base. We've got this sexy nether portal doing its thing. Power generation back here, a little bit of it anyway. We've got the lava generator with our lava generation with the Elorium blocks kind of being outclassed now, because if we come back over here, what we were working on at the end of the last stream was this guy. This thing over here, the diesel generator, which is producing, I think, 250,000 redstone flux per tick. That sounds ridiculous, but I think that might be right. I think this thing is producing a ridiculous amount of redstone flux. You can see now our fermenter is full of wheat, and if we come over to our industrial squeezer, it is full of seeds, and so we're doing pretty well. We've got a refinery, which is turning all of the plant oil and ethanol into biodiesel, which is then powering the diesel generator over here. Coke oven, slow as ever, but we still have it. We still need it. And I think that is about it. We, of course, have our logistics pipe system and our storage and our auto crafting. We've got our farms over at the back there, farming wheat, as well as a couple of magical crops, I think. Oh yeah, we got redstone, don't we? We got redstone, as well as nether seeds being crafted up for the netherrack that we're sifting through and pulverizing. Whew, but I think that's everything. I think that's all the stuff that we've done all the stuff that we've done up until now. That's pretty much everything that's happened, and that's a full recap. I think I'm back up to speed a little bit with where we should be. Use Ender pipes. That's my plan. I think I'm going to replace a couple, or maybe even all of these pipes over here with Ender pipes. Although, yeah, I probably should. I might just replace like this one, and this one, like this row here, with the item conduits from Ender. If I remember correctly, the item conduits from Ender are real expensive, right? They require the Conduit Binder, which is not too bad. We need salt, we need dust, and we need clay, which is easy enough. The pulsating iron nuggets, I also don't remember if they've been changed. They don't look to have been. So they should be fairly easy to make. And that does jog my memory, because before I stopped playing this, but after the end of the last stream, I had a plan set up to craft up, what is it called? It is called, let me go to Ender IO. I wanted to craft up the inventory panel, because the inventory panel is kind of significantly better than the logistics request table that we have here, namely because it allows us to pull things instantaneously, whereas right now, if I wanted to request, for example, I don't know, 20 wood, I have to wait for the wood to get to me through the logistics pipes, and so I was planning to make the inventory panel, although I'd completely forgotten about it until like 30 seconds ago when somebody mentioned Ender IO pipes, because what I was going to work on in today's stream, or I was going to start to work on in today's stream, was space, because one of our big goals in the pack is to get to applied energistics, right? We want to get an applied energistics system. That way we don't have to worry about using logistics pipes or Ender IO inventory panels or anything like that. We can do auto crafting. It's a big part of the kind of mid to late game of Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode. And I really want to get into this, but it's kind of hard to do. to get into this, we need a resonant machine frame, which we might be able to do now. It doesn't seem all too hard. I think we have made a hardened machine frame already, but to do it, we need to get an inscriber, and I think the inscriber is the bit that requires space. If we look at the recipe here, yeah, to make the inscriber, we need 5 of these carbon wafers, and to make the carbon wafers, we need carbon ingots, and to get carbon ingots, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but as far as I know, the carbon wafers, or the carbon ore here, is from Mars, I think, or Mercury. It even says Venus. Oh, it does. It says extraplanet.title.venus. So we need to get to Venus in order to do the carbon ore. And I think in order to get to Venus, we do first need to get to the moon, then get the blueprints for the tier 2 rocket. And I think it might be even a tier 3 rocket before we can get through to Venus. And looking at it, it doesn't seem like it's too hard for us to get to the moon. If we look at the NASA workbench, for example, we do need some compressed titanium. I think we have a fair bit of titanium in our system. We've got 8,000. Like I mentioned, the system's been running, and so we do have quite a lot of everything. We've got 82,000 iron, we have got 75,000 gold, we've got almost 100,000 redstone, which is all very good. We also need electrotine alloy ingots, which we've already made in the past. Machine frames are not super easy, but they're easy enough for us to do. And then the pneumatic wrench is some compressed iron ingots, an air canister, orange dye, and a lever. And then in here, more compressed iron, conductive iron, which we made a ton of, and then pressurized tubes, which are not too bad. It's just more compressed iron. So the NASA workbench isn't too bad. You need pneumatic craft before space. Do we need pneumatic craft before space? I didn't test this. I was going to test it before the stream started, but I didn't actually test it. Can you make compressed iron in the same way that you normally would? Can I just put down normal iron and then TNT and blow it up? Will that make compressed iron? Someone in chat needs to help me out. But if not, then we might be in a bit of a different situation, because if we have to make the pressure chamber and then start producing pressure, then it's going to be a bit of a pain to get to space. But if we can just put down the iron on the floor and then blow it up with TNT, that should make the NASA workbench fairly easy. Eros 2 says we can, which is good. Yes, you can use TNT, but it's inefficient. I'm aware of the inefficiency. I still make mine that way. Nice. But if we can do it that way, then if we look at the recipe for the rocket, which for some reason causes the game to kind of crash a little bit for a second, but it's back. If we look at the recipe for the tier 1 rocket, we made this recently in Space Astronomy, did Nick and I, and it's not too bad. The recipe is pretty much unchanged. We need compressed steel, compressed aluminium, compressed bronze, all of which are easy enough to get. It's just their respective ingots in a compressor. And then everything else seems really easy. Is there a hard part of this that I'm not seeing? Is there like somewhere hidden in the depths of the launch pad? If I want to make the launch pad, do I need I don't know, 1,000 enderium or something? I think I need pneumatic craft for the fuel. Oh. So if you want to make fuel, oh yeah, I think I saw this. We need oil, and I think the only way to get oil is the only way to. This was my question. Is the only way to get oil with the Amadron tablet? Is that the only way that you can get oil? If it is, that's quite a coincidence, because Nick and I have just been using this in Space Astronomy to get all of our oil. But is this the only way that you can get oil? And if so, do we need a big villager farm so we can get a bunch of ender pearls? Move fluids? Oh, that's right. So if we can get a cow, an oil cow, then we can skip pneumatic craft altogether. But if we don't have an oil cow, then do we need the tablet? You can find oil in the aether. The Herberus might have oil too. Okay. We haven't been to the Herberus yet. It might be worthwhile making this platform bigger, because we don't have any move fluid cows whatsoever. We did have one, which is why we have these random fences that are just placed here in the middle of our platform. But as you can see, that cow has not stood the test of time. It's not here anymore. So we'll get rid of all this stuff. The server is a little bit laggy right now. Don't worry about that. All right, so first things first, before we get too carried away with ourselves, let's see, do we have any TNT in our system? We do. Let's grab that. Let's also grab a lever if we have one. We do. Let's grab that as well. And then let's find a nice area somewhere. Do we have any obsidian? because it might be worth throwing down a bit of an obsidian platform. Actually, I won't take it from there, because I'm fairly certain that we've got a big old chest full of it over here. We do. Nice. Okay. Okay. So we take this and we bring it back. I think what we'll do is we'll set up an obsidian platform somewhere that is fairly close by, but not too close by, where we can do these like kind of we do. So if we grab this, we can get back to using our hacks. Look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. It doesn't work too well with the ever so slight lag on the server. Sometimes when you're jumping, it like lags out a bit. Like you can kind of see it's doing it now. Sometimes it'll like jump you back down or it won't register. And it's a bit of a pain, but it helps a lot when doing something like this. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. Boom. Let's not misclick, because I don't want to do this wrong. There we go. And then, there we go. Let's just throw down you. And you. And for the sake of speed, I'm just going to do a stack of it right here. We only need one, but we are going to need more in the future. I want my lever back. Thank you very much. Okay. Ooh, okay. Fantastic. I'm very happy they didn't blow up the cobblestone. Woo! Get it. Ah! Nope. No. No. Not today. Oh my. Okay. Hold on. Whoa. No. We've had enough of that. And his name is John Cena. Flippin' heck, get out of my face. Where is my receive bag? Here it is. Okay, hold on. Flippin' heck, I was not prepared for that. That scared the living daylights out of me. I completely forgot about the John Cena creepers. Holy heck. All right. Okay, let's cool it. Let's see here. F7. Let me throw you down. Get the heck out of my face. I love the 1.7 attack mechanics. I don't have to wait to swing. Get out of here. All right. No more mobs should spawn on there. It's a blood moon, isn't it? That's why. We've got night vision on, thanks to one of our armor pieces here. And I think that's why we can't see, like, the redness, or we can't see the fact that the blood moon is, like, actually happening. I think that's actually a testament to how well our base is, like, lit, because we're not seeing mobs spawn anywhere else. But I think the reason they were spawning so rapidly is because of the fact that we got a blood moon. There aren't even any spawning over there, which is good as well. Okay. So, now that's done, we've got ourselves some compressed iron ingots. We did lose about like a fifth or a quarter of them in the explosion there, but that's fine. It's a nice and easy way of getting compressed iron without having to set up the pressure chamber. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. We did get a chance cube as a reward, which you know what that means. We've also unlocked 2 more quests, one for steel casing, and then one to actually set up that pressure chamber that we did before. But before we do any of that, we have to go up with this, right? We have to go. It's our first stream back. We have to go through to the nether to open our first chance cube, right? We'll just throw you down. Somewhere good. I don't know if that's lag or... Oh, no. Okay. All right. Well, use the washing machine to repair your armor. Does that work? I think we have a washing machine. And if that washing machine actually has a purpose in repairing armor, I'm going to be so happy. Hold on. Let's see here. Washing machines. They live longer with Calgon. Here we go. It's an advert here in the UK. So how does this work? How does this washing machine from Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod actually work? We'll throw it down, like, I guess, right there. We'll do just fine. You need soap. Okay. Hold on. I need soap. Which kind? Do I need super soapy water or just soapy water? Or do I just need soap? And the question is, can we craft soap? Because I don't think... Can I do this? No, we're missing light blue dye. Is that light blue dye replaceable with Britannia? It's not, but we can craft it, right, with lapis and bone meal. So, let me see here real quick. Do we have any lapis? We do. We got quite a bit of lapis. How does... Hold on. I've got to get reacclimated to this logistics pipe system. I've been using refined storage and applied energistics for far too long. Coming back to this thing, it's a little jarring. It doesn't quite work how you'd expect. You need soap. You need soap or soap in the top right. Press start, and if you don't stop, it will work forever. Really? That seems a little bit broken. Let me request a couple of these. Isaac, you need mechanism before you even make the fuel loader. It needs reactor glass, which needs ultimate alloy plus machine frames. The circuit fabricator needs energy tablets, which also need pneumatic craft. Isaac, you don't have the required machines. Okay. Yoshi, thank you very much. Or Yoshi, thank you very much for the tips. I will bear this in mind. In that case, then, I think what I might do next is instead, let me request just like a bunch of bone meal as well, is I might work on replacing this, you know, on getting rid of this logistics request table. We're still going to have, we won't get rid of it, it'll still be here, but we're going to kind of replace it with the inventory panel from Ender.io to make things so much faster. So we don't have to do all this waiting around for things to actually get to the request table, because right now it takes way too long for things to get here, and if we can make it just a bit faster, that's going to make life a whole heck of a lot easier. We've got the light blue dye already, so let me get rid of this. 1, 2, 3, sure. Okay, and I'll put that back in there for when the stuff arrives. But yeah, so the inventory panel acts in a very similar way to how this, is. But what happens is it pulls items instantly from our chest. So we're still going to use all these chests for storage, but the inventory panel pulls them instantly as opposed to requiring these the items to go through all the pipes. Basically, is what I'm saying. Also, the inventory panel is used to make the ME terminal. Is that true? Do we need to have it anyway? We do. So we have to have it nonetheless. We might as well make it as soon as possible and get all the use out of it while we can. So apparently, if I put this in here, so can I instantly wash these? No. Also, do I need water in here? Is that like something that I need to do? That would seem logical to me that water would be required. Do we really not have a... well, it helps if you spell it right, Isaac. Do we have a bucket? We do. All right, let's request that as well. Well done, Isaac, not being able to spell. Did I spell something wrong? What, spelling bucket wrong? I mean... All right, so we've got our reservoir over here, which should give us unlimited water. Good stuff. And then do we throw this, like, in there? Or do I have to craft this, like, with my soap? Okay, so I guess it's soapy water. We put the soapy water in that slot, I assume? And then can I do this? No. So apparently I need to put in a vanilla piece of armor first. Let's see here. Chest plate. Do we have any iron armor of any kind? We got some iron leggings. I don't know if they have to be, like, used. Does it need power? I have no idea. I assume not. I don't think the mod, a lot of stuff from the furniture mod, Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod, is not, like, power intensive. They do not need to be used. Okay, good stuff. All right, so if I take this and I put these, like, in here and click start, and then I add this. Oh, look at that. It works. The durability is at 3 and climbing. So, if I was to put in my helmet and then my boots. Oh, I love it. Okay, so we can just leave that to do its thing. I'm assuming we might have to restock the soapy water at some point. Super soapy water lasts longer. Oh, how do we make super soapy water? Is it just more soap? Oh, it's gold. Okay, fair enough. In that case, then, do we get the bucket back? We do. All right, so let me quickly make some super soapy water, and then once that's, we'll stick that in the washing machine just in case it runs out of soapy water whilst we are doing other things. I don't foresee us needing armor in, like, the fairly near future, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because I don't plan to do much combat between now and the end of the stream, and so we should be able, we'll use this crafting station, and so we should be able to get away with just kind of letting our armor charge up in the washing machine for the time being. I never knew that this was a thing. I've seen quite a lot of stuff from Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod, and a lot of the time I just assumed that it was kind of useless, but this is really cool. I like having that. It's good. You don't need the vanilla armor in while it's going. It's fine. We don't have any leggings to put in now, I don't think. So we can leave it there for the time being. So let me look at this inventory panel. So I think I came to the conclusion that we should be able to make this fairly easily. Now it looks pretty hard, and I say fairly easily with a bit of like a grain of salt. Compared to some of the stuff in the pack, this shouldn't be too hard. So I think the most expensive thing, or the hardest thing in this recipe is going to be making the Sentient Ender, which is made in a soul binder with an ender resonator and a soul vial containing a witch, which I think is going to be the bit that is hardest for us. Now, thankfully, we can get witches spawning on our cursed earth over there. And also, let me quickly grab my apple juice here so I don't starve to death. But I think we should be able to get a witch from in here. The problem is, it's a very small area. Right now, obviously, our mob is being killed instantly. And so we kind of need to catch one just by chance. which could prove difficult. So first things first, and before we start watching out for one, there's no point in looking for one just yet. We are going to have to come over here, and we're going to have to get ourselves one of the soul vials, one of these guys, which are fairly easy to make. 3 fused quartz and 1 solarium ingot. Hopefully we've got everything. We don't. We're missing the 1 solarium, but that's fine. We should be able to make that with soul sand and gold, I believe, is the recipe there. So we'll take 1 soul sand and 1 gold. Let me quickly check that I am not doing this wrong. Is that the correct recipe for solarium in this pack? It is. Okay, cool. I have to keep checking, because of course all the recipes have been changed in Kappa mode, making things just so much harder to figure out. It's crazy. We got a little bit of dark steel in there, which is fine. I don't think that we have a soul binder. We don't, and so we're also going to have to make a soul binder at some point today as well. I think we should be able to do that fairly easily. Let's have a look. Soul binder. Do we have what it takes? We need a lot of heads, but again, I have a bunch of these over here. We've got 2 on the floor, and I think we even have more maybe in the system. Thankfully, you can use these player heads that you get from dying in the recipe, which is really nice. Yeah, we've got 3 there, and then 2 more on the floor. So let me quickly pick one of these up. And you know what? I'm just going to pick both of them up, because why not? Actually, I might as well use my pickaxe to... No, I don't have my armor that lets me jump down without... lets me shift on air. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. When you make Mechanism early game and you have to make 32 octadic capacitors, is that true? Do I have to do that? We have updated the pack since we last played, and so a couple of things have changed. You want help for the witch? How? I will take help from the witch, because if possible, I would rather not just kind of stand here. Cool. Yeah, I'll come over. I can't remember the name of it. The bottle. What's the bottle called? Oh, hey, he's here. Hi. Did I? Oh, okay. TY. Well, all right. I guess that works. I'll make the solarium anyway. We'll put that in there, and then we'll leave that to do its thing. That's quite nice. It means we don't have to wait around too long for the witch, which is good. So we've got the heads. We've got maybe the machine chassis. We don't. But we can make one. What I was going to say is that a bunch of recipes in newer versions of Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode no longer require the QED, which when I was reading the change logs was like, it was the best thing in there, because this thing has been like the bane of my life up until this point. I think the conduits now from Ender no longer require the QED. This used to have to be made in the QED, which made it painful. The recipe didn't work for a time when we were first doing it, but now, thankfully, some recipes, there are still some recipes that require the QED, but a few of them no longer do, so they're at least a little bit easy to automate. And so, let me put these heads into my send bag, which is this one? Yeah, so with that in there, that's going to end up back in the system. Let's open our reward bag real quick. What do we get? A tier 1 chance pendant. That could come in quite useful, actually. I don't think we've had a chance pendant yet. And it might help us get better stuff in the future. I should actually probably put that into my non-existent golden bag of holding. Okay, we got 2 golden bags of holding. One of these should contain all of my items. The other one might contain a duplicate of all of my items, or it might just contain nothing. I'm not quite sure. All right, so this one's got all my stuff in it. Does this one have all my stuff in it as well? It doesn't. All right, that one's empty. I'm going to put that one in like here for now, just so I don't get mixed up. And I'll put my chance pendant in there in case we need to use it. Do we have what it takes to get the soul binder up and running? We almost do. So do we have any of this stuff? The question is. We do. Okay, so we can make the machine frame, the machine chassis fairly easily. Did this used to also be a QED recipe? Or has this always been a, crafting recipe? Okay, we need to get some of these pressurized fluid tanks, which are also made in the QED, and we need a lot of dark steel. So we need 2 of these, which means 8 dark steel ingots, plus 1 set of these dark steel bars. Do we have any in the system? We don't, but thankfully, we do have some in the induction smelter, which is nice, because it is a little bit slow to make, and we have the exact right amount. Would you look at that? And so, I believe it did say that this is a QED recipe. And so if we stick you in like so, I think it was this. You know, my memory is shocking. I think that's right. But it would appear that I have been mistaken. Yes, it was not that, unfortunately. Yeah, it was almost right. I just needed the glass. What glass do we need? Fused quartz. Hardened glass. Can I use normal glass, or is it just like a hardened glass kind of thing? Oh, we got some hardened glass. Okay, I'll take one of those. Why not? Let me throw the hardened glass into the middle there. I don't know why I requested one, because I know for a fact that we're going to need two. I keep forgetting that we have the remote orderer, so let me get we can just use that instead and then use the receive bag. My inventory is very quickly becoming an absolute mess, so we need to fix that very soon. The washing machine is animated. Does it like tumble in the middle? Oh yeah, it does. Look at that. It's even got our armor pieces in there. That's crazy. I like it. OMG, now I can automate capacitors. Yeah, they changed a bunch of stuff with regards to the QED. You don't need capacitors for all of them because it was just horribly slow, and the newest update made it so that it's no longer horribly slow. Let's have a look. Capacitors. Yeah, that was the one, wasn't it? We had to make so many capacitors, and thankfully, you can now make all of this stuff through crafting. You don't have to use the QED all day, every day like he used to. It was crazy. But we've got our tanks, we've got our heads, we've got the machine chassis. I think we've got pretty much everything it takes for us to make our soul binder. And again, I keep putting a D at the end of soul. It's like muscle memory for some reason. I'm typing in the word like should. But what do we need now? So we need two. Oh, we need one more solarium anyway. Okay, so let me see here. Let's grab one more soul sand as well as one more golden ingot. The first piece of solarium should be pretty much done. It is. So we'll get that done, and then we should be able to make ourselves a soul binder. And at that point, I think we're fairly close. Although, one thing that I should have done, probably when we started making the inventory panel, is making all of these vibrant alloys. Because all of these require, of course, vibrant alloys. And to make these, we need ender pearls and energetic alloys, which, of course, require the redstone, the gold, and the glowstone. So these things are pretty expensive. And most of it's going to take quite a bit of time, which is the hardest bit, I guess. So, we do have a bunch. Actually, we've already got a bunch of energetic alloys. So, you know what? Hold on. What we should be able to do here, we've got 117 ender pearls, which is not a ton, but it's more than enough to get us through for the time being. Hold on. I'm going to put in the solarium first, because then we can make the soul binder, and we can start doing the thing with the Enderman Head. So let's quickly throw in you and you. While we're waiting for that, let's get rid of some trash in our inventory that we definitely don't need. For example, string, fences, obsidian, arrows, bones, eyes. I will put the chunk loader back down at some point, probably, because I want things to keep working between streams. We don't need the dark iron bars anymore. We do need the witch. We don't need you for now. Don't need the lever. Don't need the legendary reward bag. We probably should have put it back in the cache, but that's fine. Is this done? It is. All right. Do we have what it takes to make ourselves the soul binder? I think we do, but it's in the QED, so we're going to quickly request the heads, and we're going to turn back around. So 1, 2, 3, request, and then request. Did that work? Missing the heads? Request. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's put the machine chassis in the middle. Let's put you either side and the solarium at the bottom like so. That's going to get us a soul binder, and then we'll be good. Let me take this. Oh gosh, Isaac, put some pants on. All right, fine. You know what? Fine. Health boost when equipped. Oh, I love it. All right, we'll put those on. And we might as well put our other armor on back now on as well. TY. All right, let's put our other armor back on as well. We'll take all of it, or at least some of it here out of the washing machine and stick that back on. Oh, look at that. It's bright again. I love it. Okay. So we should probably throw this down, I guess, like over here with all of our other end of iron machines. We'll stick it down like there for now. And then so we need to throw in you with the Enderman capacitor, right? I don't think it's called the capacitor, and I apparently just cannot type right now. I need the inventory panel. It is called the resonator. So for that, we need to slice and splice, which we have. 2 silicon, 1 vibrant alloy, 2 solarium, and an Enderman Head. I think we've got all of that. Vibrant alloy we don't have, but we can craft. Enderman Head we've got 2 of, thankfully, so we'll take one of those. We will take some more soul sand. We'll take 2 of those. We should probably just like backlog soul sand and gold into solarium, because we need like a ton of the stuff. We'll take 2 gold. What else am I missing for the vibrant alloy? Is it just ender pearl and energetic alloy? It is. We got both of those, so that's fine. So we'll take you. We'll take you. The gold should be here any second, and I think we're getting somewhere. Silicon. We got 2 silicon as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Isaac, you should use the induction smelter for ender IO alloys. It's much faster than the alloy smelter. This, I believe, is true. But we do have a capacitor in our thingamajig now. If I do this, is that faster? Oh, yeah. It's so much faster. Okay. And then if we do this and that, yeah, that's significantly faster. Okay. Okay. And then if we go over to the slice and splice, this guy over here, kapow, kaboom, kablammy, blammy, and kabow. All right. That's going to get us almost what we need. We need an axe before we can get that to work. But once we've got an axe, we should be good to go. Is it the case that a dark steel axe lasts forever? Because we figured out that a dark steel axe lasts forever in the farming station. If we have a dark steel axe inside of the soul binder, does that also... Not the soul binder, sorry, the slice and splice. Does this also last forever? No. Okay. Now, second follow-up question. Have I just ruined my system having used this axe? I hope not. No. Okay. I think, yeah, we're still fine. All right, so that should still last forever in there, but occasionally we might have to take it out of there, put it in the slice and splice, and then use it from there. Okay. Okay. So now that we've got ourselves the resonator, we need to put that into the soul binder with the witch soul. That's going to get us what we need. We can give it 10 levels. Look at that. We have the sentient ender. So that's, I think, the hardest part done. All we need to do now, we do need to get the nutrient distillation, which does require us to make a vat, but we'll get to that in a second. Before we do that, let's see if we get all of the stuff that requires just a ton of vibrant alloys. So let's come over here. We do need 4 of these energetic gears. Do we have iron gears in our system? I don't think we do. Oh, we do. But I was going to say we have the ability to craft them, because I think we did set up gear auto-crafting in the form of these industrial presses from industrial engineering, immersive engineering even. But so we can automate gears and request them if needs be. Isaac, 20 chance cubes or no cojones? Do I have to open 20 chance cubes? Or I am no longer a man? Flipping heck. You drive a hard bargain, and I may have to cave. But let's take 4 of those, and the rest of these I'm just going to throw into here with all the ender pearls. I'm just going to make as many of these vibrant alloys as we can. We need 16 for all of the gears. We then need a further 16 for the 2 crystals. So we need 32 in total. So maybe I won't do all of them. Maybe I'll just do a few of them there. And then we also need 2 player cores, which requires emeralds and lapis. Do we have... Yeah, we must have emeralds, right? I was going to say, do we have any emeralds? But we must have, because we've got the emerald upgrades downstairs in the storage drawers. So I'll request 2 of those. I'll request the items to craft 2 of those. And then all we need is the remote awareness upgrade and the nutrient distillation bucket. Or a nutrient distillation cow. The nutrient distillation cow would be useful, but the odds of us getting the specific cows that we need, especially with our, pathetically small platform that we've got over here, the odds are not high. I keep saying it, but we do need to, at some point, upgrade this platform to be bigger than it is, because right now it's way too small and just no mobs are spawning on it, no passive animals are spawning on it whatsoever. So we do need to change that. I also don't think that anyone's spawning over here. It doesn't help that we can't see, like, the mob render distance is not very high. You can't see the animals from so far away, so I wouldn't even know if animals are spawning on there. For example, if I go over to my like spawner here, there's like, you can't see anything, and it's not until you get quite close that you actually see the mobs in person. If you get too far away, they just don't show. So we do have to keep going over and checking for cows, and we should make that bigger at some point, and I promise we'll do it. But before we do that, let us get this other stuff finished, because flipping heck, it would be nice. Spawn some cows in there. I don't want to cheat, as if we can avoid it, I would like to not cheat in, cows that give us all of the resources that we need, preferably, that's just me. But let's make 4 of those, and then let's do this, and this, and this, and that. All right, that should get us the 2 vibrant crystals. It does, and so... We've got all this, we need 3 silicon, which I think, thankfully, we have the perfect amount for. Do we have any electrical steel? We do not. That is okay, but not great. Is that all we're missing? No. We're missing an eye of ender, 4 conduit binder, and 4 electrical steel. I think all we're missing now is actually the electrical steel. I think everything else we've got. Yeah, so we're missing electrical steel. We've got the conduit binder. It's here. We've got the eye of ender, so we're just missing electrical steel. What do we need for electrical steel? Electrical steel is iron, coal dust, and silicon. Okay. We might need to get more silicon. Now, is silicon made in the way that I think it is? Is it sand in the sag mill? Does that work? It does. Okay, do we have a sag mill? I would assume the answer to that question is yes, but looking at the results here, it looks like the answer is no. I was almost certain that we had a sag mill. Otherwise, how would we have made this silicon? Now, question, is my sag mill hidden inside of this framework? It is. Okay, so I'm going to temporarily take this out. Hopefully that doesn't cause the universe to break. We should really just make a second sag mill. We don't have one, but that's fine. And then let's put the dust in here. Let's request some sand. All right, so let's just throw this down here for now. And then let's put in some sand. That should get us a little bit of silicon. I think clay would get us more, but that's fine. And then we also need some pulverized coal dust, which I think we can request now, if I'm not mistaken. We've got obsidian dust in there. We've got loads of obsidian dust, which is good because we might need it for the dark steel if we need to make more of that. But I think we can request coal dust. Like if I take all 6 of these, did we teach you how to make it? We did. So you know what? I'm going to request 16 more. It should send them all up into here any second now. Any second now. Is it already in there? No. Any second now. Come on, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Really? Is it not going to work? Or is it just incredibly slow? It looks like it's not working, which is not the best. I won't lie. All right, well, we'll come back to that in a second. Hopefully it does work, but if it doesn't, we can always fix it. So we need iron, silicon, and coal dust. We got the coal dust. Let's grab the silicon. Let's quickly go and grab some iron from downstairs, and we should be cooking with gas. Let's grab you and throw that into here. Did this end up working? No. That is not good. Why did that not work? We should have all of our basic logistics pipes in place. Oh, did it work? We had 22 coal dust. Maybe it did work. I don't know. You know, flipping heck, maybe it did work. I'm not sure. But anyway, we only need the one. We'll make some more just in case. We'll leave that running for the time being. Let's come back over to the system. And if we throw in you, do we have what it takes? No, we're missing silicon. We've got the Eye of Ender. We've got the Conduit Binder. There we go. We have our remote awareness upgrade. And so now, finally, all we need to make is the vat. So, we got everything that we need for the compressed furnace, just a normal furnace, I guess. And then so now all we need to do is request all the stuff. Basically, actually, we just need iron, right? So let me grab some from downstairs. I'll also grab the gold as well, because it's actually faster for me to just grab 8 iron and 8 gold than to request it through the system. That's how slow our logistics pipe system is right now. Don't get me wrong, I like having it. I like not having to go through all of my chests individually to find little random items, but when it comes to getting things like iron and when it comes to crafting things, it is a little bit on the slow side. So we'll do that. We will then get rid of all of this, and we'll do the same thing again with the gold furnace, like so. Craft you up as well. And voila. And so now, everything else shouldn't be too bad. Do we have what it takes? No. We're missing a basic capacitor and 1 crystallized redstone. Oh, I didn't know that we needed a crystallized redstone to make that. Is that new? That must be new, right? Because I'm fairly... Hold on. That must be new, because I'm fairly certain that we didn't used to need to go with the assembly table and 10 million redstone flux to make a machine chassis. That has to be new, right? Chat, back me up. I'm not losing it, right? That's new. Do we have what it takes to make a capacitor? We don't. We also need 9 chipset, but I think we might have those either in our golden bag of holding. I thought we had some in there. We don't. But we might have some in here. There is a different QED recipe. Oh. Is that true? Hold on. Is the QED recipe still there? It is. Ah, I see. So you can... Right. Okay. All right. In that case, then, we're probably going to use the QED, just because it's a little quicker. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get, 10 million redstone flux. But we'll do that. We'll request all the stuff for the capacitor, and then we'll also take 1, 2, 3, 4 steel, as well as some iron bars. So capacitor goes in the middle. We put that's not quite the middle, Isaac. But we'll do this, and then we'll surround it with the steel. 2 seconds later, we should have a machine chassis. Is it this way around? It is indeed. Okay. Then after that, we should have the electrical steel ready in the alloy smelter from earlier when we left it running. We do. And then as for the crucible, it's just some more of the porcelain clay. Easy, easy stuff. We might even have a spare crucible in the system already. We do, however, need to make another fluid tank, which is going to require us craft up some more of those. Actually, no, we should have spare bars, right? Yeah, we've got 8 spare bars. Now, last time we made this, and by last time I mean like literally 20 minutes ago, we made this with dark steel. Oh, this is a different fluid tank. This one requires normal glass and then tungsten. That should be easier because I'm pretty sure we got tungsten in mass. We do. So we'll grab a bunch of that. Glass we should also have. We don't. We should be able to request it, but our request system has been a bit, you know, hit or miss recently. So whether or not we can actually make it is a different question. Do we have a spare crucible? Is the next question. Where's the next chance cube? We'll do one in a second, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, crucible. We don't. Do we have any porcelain clay? We do, but not enough. Thankfully, we've got some normal clay and some bone meal, so we can actually just do it in here. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once we got all those, quickly craft up another crucible, and then we'll smelt that up, as always, inside of our alloy smelter. We really need to get a redstone furnace sometime soon. I keep saying things that we need to get, and then not getting them because there's so much other stuff that we also have to get like fairly soon before we can start getting the other stuff. So a redstone furnace is on my list. I need to make like an actual list so that I know what to get. But we'll put the glass in the middle here. We'll put the tungsten. Oh, that's the wrong way around. We need to do it like this. And then tungsten around the outside like so. More bars like that. And that's going to get us to 2 fluid tanks. And then we're done. We are done, so we are ready to go. So we'll take our fluid tanks. And then is it a QE? Actually, I think this is a QED recipe in and of itself, isn't it? So we're going to need to get our golden furnace from over here. Take you. Take, not you. Golden furnace, machine chassis, 2 fluid tanks, 4 electrical steel, and the crucible. Yeah, okay. Let's take it all over. Back to the QED. Flipping heck. Put the to-do list on a screen like in Sky Factory 2.5. We could do that, actually. Do we have Computer Craft installed in this? I assume we do, but I could be wrong. I am just actually guessing because I haven't actually checked. But we'll do that. Do we have it in? Yeah, we do. So we could set up something like we did in Sky Factory 2.5 where we just have a basic computer and then a few monitors that show like our list of things that we need. So whenever I'm like, what do we do next? I can just like check a big, you know, we need to put like just in the air here, like a huge monitor with massive font that says, you know, make a redstone furnace, upgrade your pulverizer to be faster, make more ender fluix crystals, get to space, do pneumatic craft, make an AE system, do everything. It's like just a big old list on it. I guess what I'm describing here is just the quest book. It does tell us what to do, but you know what? It's fine. So we'll throw that down there. We will move this probably fairly soon because if we're going to automate the production of the nutrient distillation, we're going to need, I think, a bit more space than what we have here. But for now, do we have a bucket? We should do. It might still be in our washing machine. It is. Is the washing machine done? It is. I'm not going to... Oh, I took all... It stopped? That's fine. Okay. We can always start it back up again if we need to. So, bucket of water. We'll stick that into the vat. And then we'll go grab a zombie brain and some sugar. And we should be good to go. Now, I don't think we're getting sugar over here. We're not. Although mobs, I think, do drop sugar occasionally. They do. Look at that. Boom, we got one. And we'll take one over here. We might have to set up a sugarcane farm. There are other things we can use, and so we might not use sugarcane in the long run. But for now, we'll throw you in. We'll throw you in. With the power, that will hopefully... We might need more water, but it should hopefully transform into a little bit of nutrient distillation. I think we're going to need more than 1 sugar and more than 1 zombie brain in order to get 1 bucket of nutrient distillation. But I guess we are about to find out. Kapow. Yes. Significantly more. Okay. In that case, then, do we have sugar? We don't. In that case, what else can we use that is going to make our lives a little bit easier here? Spider eyes. I saw spider eyes on there. Spider eyes might not be a bad idea. Although, yeah, spider eyes might not be a terrible idea just because the fact that we've got a mob spawner already up and running. It's a fermented spider eye, though, which is a little annoying. We probably do have mushrooms lying around. I think sugar is going to be the easiest because we can just automate it with a nice simple sugarcane farm. But for the time being, let's grab like 2 or 3 of these and then like 2 of the brown mushrooms as well. We'll use those for now. So we'll throw all of these in like so. We are going to need more water. We should probably have put this down closer to our water source. Did I just like put that? No, it's there. Okay, my bucket disappeared for a second. We probably should have put this down closer to our water source. It might even be beneficial for us to put a water source closer to the vat as well, especially if we're going to try and automate this. We now have 1,000 millibuckets, so we should be able to grab it out. Good stuff, good stuff. Finally, if we go back over into here, we put all of our stuff into that slot. Do we have what it takes to make the inventory panel? We do, but it's in the QED. So we'll take all this stuff back. Let me do a quick rundown here. We've got the gears. We should have the vibrant crystals. We do. We've got the awareness upgrade. We've got the Enderman Head, and we've got the nutrient distillation bucket. Yes, we are ready to go. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, you in the middle. You at the top, maybe. Gears around the outside, like that. We're going to have the crystals here and here, like that. And then it's called infinite water, really? Is that true? Like the and kapow. All right, let me check this then. Infinite water. Oh yeah, right there. It is. It is called infinite water. Did we not make this? Supplies adjacent blocks with water. I guess we will make this. Oh no, we probably haven't made it because I don't think I made any of these machine housings yet. But once we'll make that. We'll stick it down next to our vat once we get it like fully automated. But this is done. Good stuff. Now we need to get some of those inventory panels. So, come back over here. I think we're going to need some vibrant nuggets. Is that the right one? Are those the right nuggets for the item conduits? They are not. I thought it was not iron. I thought it was the other one. Yeah, so we'll put those back in like that. Pretend that didn't happen. And then if we come over here, we can combine our ender pearls with our iron. And that should get us some of those pulsating iron nuggets, at which point we can craft those up into item conduits, at which point we can set this up properly, and we can also replace these conduits over here with the ones from Ender.io, so we don't have the issues in the future where things start to go wrong. It is going to be a bit of a pain, because it means I have to do all this whitelisting again, which is a little more tricky in Ender.io conduits, because the whitelists aren't quite as easy to make, and they have to set up like normal whitelists and advanced whitelists, but we'll probably do it just to make life easy, just so we don't end up with like that huge overflowing backlog that I came back to today. It was horrible. I was getting like 4 frames a second when I logged on. It was a little bit ridiculous. Now, where do I want to have my inventory panel? I think I'm probably going to put it like right here between these 2 chests, just for ease of use. My stuff is over here. Let's grab you. Let's craft a few of these into nuggets, and then let's craft those nuggets with our conduit binder into conduits. Like so. Nice. So we'll take those, and then we'll throw down 1 conduit right about there, and then we'll hook you up right about there. I think that's the right way around. Yeah. All right. Now, I don't want you connecting to this or this. And we are going to have a fluid pipe going to this as well, but that's fine. So. The way this works, we're going to have this come down here. Now, I'm hoping that I can have both my logistics pipe system and this system running at the same time, because I want to have both of these things connected to this one draw controller. So we'll get rid of this, and then we're going to have our pipe run along back through here, and then kind of round and up somehow and onto everything else, and boom, we are connected up. Now, as I mentioned before, we do need a couple of things. First of all, is we need another one of those awareness upgrades for the connection down there to the storage drawer. And once we have gotten that, we also need, flipping heck, this game, it's so laggy with those like the walking on air thing. But once we've got that, we're also going to need some nutrient distillation to get this working as well. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully we'll get to use it fairly soon here. What do we need for another one of these awareness upgrades? I think we might be in luck in that we might have everything. Eye of Ender, electrical steel, and conduit binder. So we've got the electrical steel for sure. We've got the conduit binder. All we're missing is the Eye of Ender, which we can make super easily by just... that's not... that presses the wrong button there. We can make that super easily, like so. We might as well use the ones that we have in our inventory. So we'll request 1 blaze powder, and then we should be ready to go. Any second now. There we go. We'll grab one of those, at which point we should be able... Oh, the panel keeps appearing and then disappearing. We should be able to do this, There we go. And then now we got that. Let's stick it down inside of the conduit. This could prove to be difficult, simply due to the fact that I'm fairly certain as soon... Can I just, like, click this in? No. Okay, I'm fairly certain that as soon as I let go, as soon as I open up that conduit, I'm going to be dropped to my doom. Question, does dust fall? Yes. That makes it entirely useless. All right. In which case, let us do this. We should really have put that through a sawmill, but that's fine. I'm not too bothered about like super optimal efficiency for the time being. Let's set up a really horrible looking platform that looks something like that, just so that I can get into here. I think we have to set this to in and out, and then we'll put in the remote upgrade, at which point everything in the storage drawer system should now be accessible to the inventory panel. All we need to do now, I think, is actually just get some nutrient distillation in there. And for that, we're going to need our bucket and a lot of water and a lot of mushrooms and a lot of sugarcane and a lot of zombie heads. All right, well, we're almost there. If we are to put one more bucket of water into here, that should make us one bucket, there we go, of nutrient distillation, which we should now be able to put into the inventory panel, and it's online. Beautiful. So now we can see all of the stuff that we have inside of, for now at least, only our storage drawers. I'm not quite sure how often this uses the nutrient tank. I think it only uses it when we request items or when we actually use the panel. I don't think it passively uses the liquid. At least I hope it doesn't. But we can now see everything that we have in here, which for the time being is most of our important items. But we can't see anything in the rest of the chests. Now, the reason why I have spent so much time going through all of this, first of all, is because it might be a quest. I'm not quite sure if it's a quest or not. It looks like it is. Honor the Soul Binder is a quest. So I guess we'll like claim that. I'm not quite sure if the inventory panel is a quest or not. It might be a quest in one of these, possibly. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. But basically, now that we have this, it does seem to use it very, very slowly passively. You can see it's down to 998. But now, if I want to grab something out of here, instead of having to hit request or instead of having to shift click in and then hit request, I can now just grab it and it's done, right? And so I can use it in a crafting recipe. So if I want to make like a block of aluminium, which you can't craft in this game, but if I want to make it, I could do that. And it's also got this return area over here. Now, I think in order for the return area to work, I need to, first of all, come around back and then set this to extract without signal, active without signal. So now, if I was to put items into the return area, like that, I think, or the return area, sorry, down here, it's going to take them away somewhat slowly, but it's going to take them away and put them back into the storage drawer, into where it can put them, which is fantastic. It means that we can put stuff back. We don't end up with a situation like we do over here with all the stuff kind of backed up at the bottom, and it also means that we can get our stuff nice and quickly. I can see the chance cubes are riot in the Twitch chat. Never fear, we will open our chance cube momentarily. I'm just talking through how this inventory panel that we spent the last hour and 40 minutes crafting actually works. And of course, we can search up here. We can search for iron. If you can actually type, you can search for iron, etc., etc. And so now the question becomes: do we want to craft a bunch more of the awareness upgrades? Because if we make a bunch more of these, then we can get all of our chests online. The alternative to that is, instead of doing... Because you'll notice that a lot of these chests are full of the same things. There were a couple of items like these random seeds that don't fit into a nice box, but I think what might be easier is something that was suggested by Razor in the chat earlier, and that is just put down a bunch more storage drawers. You know, they don't have to be these big ones that we're using here. We can get the smaller kind of 2x2 straw. We can get the smaller 2x2 storage drawers that can hold 4 items in, and we can just set up a bunch of these. If we set up a bunch of these 2x2 storage drawers, basically just kind of filling up this wall, we replace all these chests. We'd keep our auto crafting for now, but we just put it all the way down, all along here, and then anything we put in the system has its own storage drawer. At that point, we can access everything from this one controller, as opposed to having to have a bunch of the awareness upgrades in all of these, and especially considering how much wood we've got and how expensive the awareness upgrades are, I think that's probably going to be the best course of action, and that does leave us, gives us a nice way to upgrade the storage drawers as well in the future. For example, if we get like too many leaves and we want to upgrade the storage drawer so that we can store more leaves, we can just upgrade it like we've done over here. We don't have to build more and more and more and more and more diamond chests, you know? So we'll probably do that. That would probably make the most sense, I think. And also, at some point, we are going to have to automate the production of nutrient distillation. Like, for now, we could probably get away with every so often just doing a bit of water, like running backwards and forwards and filling this thing up. Or maybe even just make the unlimited water block and put it down here and then just take a bucket of nutrient distillation from here over to here when it's needed. But I would rather not. And so very soon I would like to get it set up to where we can just have this be automated and we don't have to worry about the nutrient tank at all. But before we do any of that, let us go and open a chance cube. Let's go through our sexy nether portal and let's see if we can get anything decent. You know we won't. You know for a fact that we won't. We never do. I am 100% convinced that there is nothing good at all in any of these chance cubes. But maybe I'll get proved wrong. We'll find out. Or, you know, maybe we'll get like an explosion. Or maybe I'll die. But you know what? We don't die in the nether. And so I can't die. I can't die. All right. Thankfully there are no mobs here, which is nice. Those big spiders are a pain. All right. Something good. Something good. Glenn. It's Glenn. Everyone say hi to Glenn. Hi, Glenn. I'll say it in unison. I mean, do we just... I know we just met, but do we kill Glenn? I mean, I don't want to have to do this to you, Glenn, but... Goodbye. Glenn was killed by GamingOnCaffeine. I'm being publicly shamed. I guess we need these mushrooms now, because we need them for the nutrient distillation, so I might as well take them where I can get them. R.I.P. Glenn. Glenn. Hi, Glenn. No. No, Glenn, no. He started it, okay? Glenn came at me first. I am not taking responsibility for the death of Glenn. R.I.P. Glenn. Oh, what a guy. Glenn, you will be missed. You were a key part of the series and of our progression, and you'll be remembered forever. Glenn just wanted a hug. Is that why he was chasing me? No, I feel so bad now. I thought he wanted to eat my brains. How foolish of me. We also like to get a bit of a pile up here. Is this still going? It is, but it's slow as heck because this has got to go through first. And also, we've got even this one as well. Okay. All right, then. Hold on. Let me see here. Pulverizer. We can upgrade our pulverizer, right? Yeah. So I think we should upgrade our pulverizer. We can make an electrum gear. We can make 4 invar. Let's upgrade our pulverizer and let's make some more of... Let's make some of those speed upgrades so we can get that pulverizer going just a bit faster. Because right now, the redstone furnace is going much, much faster than the pulverizer is. And so it's not going very quick. Electrum gears. Do we have to make those in the press? I would assume we do because we have to make everything in the press these days. Yeah, we do. All right. So once we've requested this, I know we just made this inventory panel and now we've got to wait for the logistics table again. And we are using the logistics table for the crafting still. So all of our auto crafting is still going to be done through logistics pipes for now. So what we'll end up doing is getting rid of all these chests, replacing them with storage drawers. Of course, our logistics pipe system will still be able to access everything that's in the storage drawers. And so if we ever want to request, for example, some gears or anything from our machines, we can still do that through logistics pipes. And of course, things like the... this stuff over here is still going to be like automated using logistics pipes. So the logistics pipes aren't going to go anywhere, at least not for the time being. And we're still producing a crazy amount of power through this diesel generator, more than we can use right now. I know I'm going to eat those words fairly soon because we'll get some mechanism machines that are just going to shred through our power. But right now we're producing way more power than we could ever possibly use, which is great. You know, it's not a bad thing at all. Do we have any invar? We do not. Do we have any ferrous? We should definitely. We do. All right, let's take like half a stack of ferrous and then a full stack of iron, and we'll stick those into the induction smelter and get those going. While we're doing that, let's throw you into there. That should get us our gear just fine. And let's also do a quick inventory dump as well, because we've got way too much stuff in our inventory that we don't need. Bone meal, coal, zombie brains. We'll keep mushrooms for now because we might need them for more nutrient distillation. We'll open the reward bag in just a second. Don't need that. We could use these, so I'll keep a hold of those. Get all you, and we'll keep the bucket for now. I guess I should probably put the bucket into my golden bag of holding. which, as you know, as I thought about it, as I said, we should probably put it in the golden bag of holding. It clicked, and I thought, I bet I already have one in there. But look at that, I do. Of course I do. Isaac in the past was like, hey, you might need a bucket at some point. Put it in the golden bag of holding. And then Isaac in the future thought, we wouldn't have been that clever in the past. Don't be silly. All right, what did we get in the reward bag? More void pipes. All right. I felt so we've got probably like 5 or 6 of those at this point. So they're not super useful, but that's fine. Okay, so this one, all right. This system has a bit of a flaw in it if you're not auto-crafting, in that this gear will just keep going around. So we'll do that. Point that back in the right direction. There we go. Okie dokie. So now we've got you. We do need the Invar. And for that, we're going to take our Ferris, which is here. Yeah, okay. And then we'll throw you into the induction smelter, kapow and kapow. Should make us a bunch of Invar, and then once we got that, we can now grab our pulverizer and we can upgrade it to the next tier. Now, upgrading it by default is not going to do a whole heck of a lot. But once we've got... Ooh, I was a bit worried it would fall to the void there. But once we've got the actual augment in it that makes it faster, we should be onto something. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This upgrade is super easy. I love it. We'll take that. What is the name of the augment that we need? We need this guy. We need the augment secondary reception coil, 4 bronze, 1 reception coil, and 2 redstone. I think that should be doable, like fairly easily. It's going to double the speed, which is going to be great. Do we have everything? Wow, we do. That's crazy. We've got everything already. Flipping heck. Void the void pipes with a void pipe. Excuse me. We can void the void pipes just into the void, like on just out of our inventory, which I'm going to do with this like random trash that we're getting from the stuff spewing all over the place. Mainly because we've got so much of it. But voiding the void pipes with a void pipe, it sounds interesting, but it's probably just going to take more effort than it's worth. To be fair, it's going to take too much effort. All right, let's see. Can we just throw this down now and be good to go? Be at least a little bit faster than we were before. So we'll throw that down. I think it should retain all of its configurations. It does. And then we'll throw in the augment. Right now it's using 250 redstone flux per tick. Boom! Now it's using 750 redstone flux per tick. Flipping heck. Remember what I was saying about power? These guys can only transfer... Oh no, I thought they could only transfer 640. But that's the normal conduit. I think these can actually transfer 30,000, which is crazy. And we should be getting that in spades, like I said, from the thing over there. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. The number of ingots. We need to upgrade the redstone furnace, don't we? We need to upgrade the redstone furnace as well. It's also basic. If we upgrade the redstone furnace, imagine how fast these would be getting just pulled out. The server is not, it's not happy with what's going on here. Is this still working? Yeah, there we go. Okay, they're all back. Should we upgrade the redstone furnace as well? Has the panel doesn't use it? Yeah, well, there's no real point using it yet. We should use it for getting stuff out of here, but we can't use it for general crafting because a lot of our items are over in those chests over there, so it's not really all too useful. Although, yeah, because like we could make a reception coil out of this, but like if we already have a reception coil in here, which we might do, then we don't, but we can craft one. It just makes life a little bit easier, you know? So yeah, let's upgrade our thingamajig as well. Let us upgrade our redstone furnace as well. Do we have... Oh, can I turn this to like auto type? I guess not. That's a bit of a shame. Do we have Electrum? We do. All right. Let's grab 4 more Electrum. Let's make another one of these. Oh, we can make a... No, we can't. Almost, but no, not quite. But no, once we've got all the stuff... Hold on. Can I do this? Request. Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. So we'll take that. We'll take you. We'll throw those down. Again, over here. Like so. Make sure we turn this around so it doesn't go through twice. And we should have a ton of Invar over here. We do. Swizzle that back around again. There we go. Okie dokie. So, did we pick up the redstone furnace? We did not. Let me quickly go and grab that. Get ready to see some rapid... we need to put like a platform beneath that, so I'm not so worried about things falling through. Also, something that I need to put on my list of things to do is a magnet. We need to get a magnet fairly soon, because that would be real nice as well. So I'm fairly certain this is exactly the same. If we do this and that, it's going to get us the higher tier redstone furnace. We should also have everything it takes to make one of these. We do. And so now, our furnace should be twice as fast as well. So now we're going to be in the situation again where the furnace is faster than the pulverizer. But it's good, because it means that everything's going to be going super fast. Look at that, 750 redstone flux per tick. We have got just a crazy amount of ingots running through the system. It's really, look how many iron ingots we're making per second. The number of iron ingots that we are making per second is ludicrous. It's actually ridiculous. You know, and people wonder why the server's laggy. You know, everybody on the server doing this. I don't think everyone's got quite such a logistics pipe system, but still, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Look at the top there in Whale and the number of iron ingots we've got just ticking up all the time. It's ridiculous. But hopefully now we should. So was it I've seen faster? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Because this is only the first upgrade. We can still make this even faster. There are 2 more speed upgrades that we can put in to double the speed twice more. So it's still got a long way to go, but hopefully we should start moving through the backlog here. Hopefully we'll see less items spewing out all over the place, because hopefully we'll start to move through some of this kind of backlog that we're building up in all of these compactors. Hopefully. That's the plan, at least. Flipping egg. Okay, so I think with that, guys, I'm probably going to end today's stream here. We got to restart in 10 minutes, so it's probably the perfect time to do so. Hopefully, we will be live again tomorrow. I would like to start doing this regularly. I'd like to get as far as we can into Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode. I would like to do it more often. I'd like to do it as often, hopefully, as we were doing it before. So we'll come back tomorrow. We'll set up some more of the storage drawers. We've got a big line of them going up. We'll replace all of these things over here. We'll try and automate the production of the nutrient distillation, so we'll try and automate this production, get it into our inventory panel, and then once we've got that up and running, we can start looking towards more pneumatic craft, more mechanism, and then hopefully space, Galacticraft, applied energistics, and then endgame stuff. But, you know, that's a very short list. There is, of course, a ton of other stuff to do in between. We've got more Britannia to do. We've got more of everything to do, you know, more agricraft. We've still got a bunch of quests in here that we need to do. Once we've got all of our stuff hooked up, one of the main reasons why I did one of the main reasons why I made this inventory panel is because there's a lot of quests in the Gamma line. This one here, oh no, this one, the Delta line? Yeah, there's a lot of quests in the Delta line that require a lot of crafting. For example, the jetpack here requires just a lot of crafting, right? And the crafting in the logistics request table is very, very, very slow. And so if we can do it all, if we can get everything hooked up to the inventory panel, and then we can start crafting and tearing through a couple of these quests in the Delta quest line, hopefully we can start doing those fairly quickly once we've got the inventory panel hooked up. But people are telling me that we have to open a chance icosahedron. All right, we will open an icosahedron before we leave. Here we go. Let's grab one. The reason we should be keeping these, by the way, because they are used predominantly in making the whatchamacallits. I can't remember the name of these things. The infinity crystals or whatever they are. So we do need these in the future. We are going to have them, but we'll open one anyway. We will open one. We'll go through to the nether. We've still got a few more minutes here before o'clock hits, before the server restarts. So let's head on through. Do you have your metals in compacting drawers? We don't. We could do, but the blocks don't work. So we could use it for nuggets and ingots, which might be worthwhile. But you can't, for example, use compacting drawers to make iron blocks or like invar blocks or anything like that. Unfortunately, you have to go through the smeltery or through that block from thermal expansion that we have. And so we probably won't use compacting drawers. But anyway, let's throw this down. Kapow. Give us something good. Not under the nuke. Not under the nuke. Please, not under the nuke. I can't hear it, but it's definitely doing something. Ah. Da 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 da. Any day now? I mean, it's spinning very quickly. I don't know if that's server lag or if it's just like, if this is just like disco time now. If this is gonna be, oh, well, I guess we end how we began, because we started the stream by doing the exact same thing. We started the stream by putting down a chance cube, and that chance cube spawned the same thing with just a random little explosion, and we ended the stream with an icosahedron providing us with the exact same thing. But with that, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the stream and you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that follow button. It really does help out a lot. It lets you know as soon as new streams go out, you'll get emailed. I'll also put notifications up on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed over on YouTube, youtube.com/GamingOnCaffeine. Links down below in the Twitch panels. Go subscribe there. Go follow me on Twitter so you get bombarded on every social media when I go live, so you definitely don't miss it. You can also go watch the newest video that Nick and I put out. We played some Rains. That's over on YouTube. That went out today. Whole heck of a lot of fun. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.